look at my body and judge me, but it's not who I really am. It is the soul within that reflects my being.
Once a week, Dana Smith, who is an openly transgender woman in Columbia, attends a local open mic night to tell her story through poetry.
I was told boy, so trying to live up to that label, that expectation, and that really kind of created with me at odds with myself, because no matter how hard I tried, that wasn't who I was.
She wants to share her story to better educate people on what it means to be in one of the most socially marginalized groups in the world.
If I didn't transition, I very much doubt I would be alive today.
Really?
I probably would have taken my life.
According to national statistics, an estimated 2 to 5% of the population is transgender. Alex Caridi, a psychologist and LGBTQI youth coordinator in Columbia, provides therapy to people of all ages who come to her with confusion about their identity.
So they just don't feel connected, like, to certain parts of themselves, because then it's not theirs, it's not who I am.
Dr. Caridi says it might be hard for people to understand because gender is perceived as a physical attribute assigned at birth. But the big misconception is that gender is not only physical.
It would be nice if I could just draw 2 boxes and help someone decide. But everything that we are is on a continuum, and it's layers of a continuum. And why wouldn't gender identity or why wouldn't sexual orientation be on a range as well, if everything that you are is on a range?
Dana Smith says since her transition at 29, the hardest part has been acceptance, both by her family and friends.
Harassment, people that you've known for years no longer speaking to you anymore, some people just not being comfortable with it. My father still struggles with it.
She says old friends who knew her before her transition have either fully accepted her or completely written her off as a friend. According to experts, this marginalization only makes things worse.
We know that if you don't take care of what they need, then the suicide rate goes up. If they're not being heard and not being taken care of, the suicide rate right now for trans youth is over 50%. Over 50% of trans youth will attempt or complete suicide. That's enormous. That's unacceptable.
Dana also volunteers here at the Harriet Hancock Center for the LGBT community in Columbia. She holds weekly discussion groups with people of all ages. I sat in on one of these discussions and for the purposes of confidentiality decided not to show any faces. But it was a place where local transgender people could come and talk without any judgment from the outside world. 41% of transgender adults report attempting suicide. That's compared to 5% of adults in the general population and 20% of lesbian, gay, and bisexual adults. Dana Smith is trying to do her part to change that, whether it's here or on the stage, where she made an impact after one of her first performances.
Right after I got off stage, this young person, probably mid to late teens, just immediately ran up and put their arms around me, and I heard this small little voice that say, "Thank you."
And that could end up saving a life. In Columbia, Melanie Barden, Watch Fox News.